Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the RVMan LP Exhibition. And today we're going to continue on Hanzo's story in Chapter 2. And we're going to start Chapter 2-1 with Daidoji, who just so happened to be the landmark of Hanzo Academy. For the life of her, she refuses to graduate, not until she has a final showdown with Rin. And there's a reason why she never got that showdown. In fact, that's what this is right here. The backstory of Rin, as told by Kiria. For you see, Rin used to be a Hanzo student and happened to be the best in the class. Due to the fact of certain events, well, that all changed, but it's going to be explained here. And sadly, it's gonna practically be a 23-minute thing, and that's probably gonna be the reason why the majority of this part will be, well, this. So, here's what's gonna happen. I'm going to, at the bottom of my screen, or I should say, as soon as I say, show it, that will be when the fight starts. So, on that note, you won't be sitting through this transition. Now, some may be interested to know this, others may not. So on that note, that timestamp will help you out into getting to the fight if you are, well, bored of hearing my voice or bored of seeing these clips. But if not, I'll just tell you the long story short, the TLDR, that Rin used to be a good ninja. Yes, there's good ninjas and then there's evil ninjas. Good shinobis actually protect people, do rescue missions, things of that nature. Evil ninjas do assassinations, be bodyguards for corrupt politicians, and more importantly, steal stuff. And sometimes they actually aid in wars too, so that way, if the winning side gets too powerful, the losing side could just send shinobis to break in, infiltrate, and make sure the winning side isn't winning. And so forth and so forth. But whatever the case, Rin was a good shinobi, and she was working hard to the fullest. To the part where they were training with dummies, which is a big difference from Hebijo, as Hebijo trained with real-life people, and if you fail, you're going to take a shuriken to the arm. Plain and simple. And, wow, Rin is very Rin is very enthusiastic with her, attacks. So, what a very upbeat girl. And despite her upbeatness, well, there is a problem. It's how her story ends. And, the reason why she wants to be a super ninja, so that she could spread peace and love to the world. Starting to sound like Faster Stampede here. This world is made of love and peace! Yes, I made a Trigun reference. And I have no shame, because Trigun is a very good anime. Watch it! Anyway, this is what sets many ninja characters from Boruto. Because they have a dream, they want to strive to push that dream, and more importantly, they'll do anything to maintain that dream. And their dream is to be the best. Whereas Boruto just wants to be a rogue shinobi like Sasuke, who literally has no goal in life. I'm sorry, who wants to be Sasuke? Apparently Boruto. Which is why he fails at life. He'll end up with a flat-chested wife with a big forehead. Oh, excuse me one second. Yeah, I was making fun of Boruto, and as soon as I was getting an asthma attack. Sorry about that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, he would end up with a wife with a big forehead, no chest. Unfortunately, his wife would be more scantily clad than Sakura. Yeah, I'm talking about Sarada, and I'm also talking about Sarada in the manga, by the way. that ain't the point. Point of the matter is, all the ninjas in this game is better than Boruto, period. End of story. I know y'all sick and tired of me making fun of that guy, but he's trash. Well, the thing is, she wanted to be so much of a super ninja that everyone would be proud of her because she had a cheerful spirit and a nice demeanor. Hence that keyword had. I mean, despite the fact that the next mission could be her last, she just comes in with a cheerful disposition, or actually, a cheerful smile on her face. As a matter of fact, a certain someone has that all the time, and that's Asuka. Every time some terrible situation happens, despite how horrible it is, Asuka will try to face it with a smile. Even if the situation just so happens to be a half-bred of Yoma and human. But we'll worry about that when that ever happens. Anyway, the only reason why Kiryu is giving tough love to the current Hanzo students, because he don't want them to end up like Rin, being spoiled too much to the point where they won't know what to do when the situation calls for it. And he won't be there to save them. I understand the tough love. I kind of understand, because people need to strike out on their own, do their thing, be themselves. They can't rely on others all the time. They have to be a way for them to rely on themselves. So, I can understand why Kiryu's doing this. But these girls, they honestly was trying to at least get Kiryu's sympathy, because this was the first time they experienced some sort of a complete and utter defeat, because they've been successful in everything they have. So they pretty much haven't been, well, used to defeat. I mean, they're used to failure, because sometimes they screw up on their missions, or at least class assignments, but at least they're not, like, down in the dumps about that. But when it comes down to an actual defeat from an opponent that they feel they could defeat but couldn't, that hurts somebody's pride. And sometimes you need somebody to talk to you about your pride. Unfortunately, the only person who knows about Hebijo's location is Kiryu, but even he can't actually find it. So that's the problem. He wants them to fight Hebijo, but he don't want them to rely on him to fight on Hebijo. Well, to fight Hebijo on their behalf. That's the thing he doesn't want. So that's all the more reason why he's trying to show tough love to the girls. Make sure that they get it through their heads that this is real life, and this is a challenge that you need to actually find the courage to take on your own. Otherwise, they'd end up like Rin. Funny that. About Rin, almost forgot. Well, while he's trying to give tough love to the girls, I forgot to mention something else. Rin's alive. She didn't just die. I mean, it will mention that she has died, but she's actually alive. And I'm not spoiling this game for you, because this came out after Festival Versus, which, by the way, this game is sort of a shortened version of Festival Versus, but a retelling. So, quite frankly, Rin ended up failing in the mission, and her mission was to actually infiltrate Hebijo and take out the leader, but she couldn't because she got killed apparently on the first trap she landed on, and that's what happened. Her overconfidence pretty much was her own undoing. However, it was that overconfidence that actually, it was the fact that she somehow survived in Hebijo that she ended up becoming a ruthless teacher. So that's pretty much Rin in a story in a nutshell, and probably the reason why Daidoji will never ever face Rin so long as they live, because Rin is still an evil ninja. And she's not changing that for the world. Meanwhile, this flashback shows... Hold on, let me get some water. I apologize for this, because my throat's still parched. This flashback shows that she was trying to go into the forest for her true shinobi exam, and as she was going in, she didn't get all the puppets. And if she didn't, that last one would have cut her down. And the only reason that it didn't is because Kiria saved it. Well, Kiria saved her, basically. And that was a fatal mistake. Because of what he did, she expects her to save him all the time. Expects him to save her all the time. And when he wasn't there, well, that caused a blue screen of death for her. Again, that's why she became a cold and ruthless teacher over at Hebijo. So, yeah. That's pretty much the gist of this. Let's see. Is there anything else that needs to be said? Oh, right. Almost forgot. When Rin became a damn sexy teacher, that's one thing I can wholeheartedly say. However, Daidoji, still in her mid-20s, early 30s, is still at the school waiting for Rin to come back. Oh, and there was also a note. One of the actual hidden scrolls that you find in the area, specifically in the fight with Daidoji, there was a note from home that she sent to her mother saying that she wasn't going to return home nor get married until she finds Rin and whoop her ass. And even worse, she said she's still not going to get married even afterwards because there's no man that could actually withstand her strength. That was her exact words on a note that you find in one of the hidden scrolls in this game. So therefore, that shit is hilarious, and at the same time it's sad because Momoji has pretty much been a student since, well, age 17. She is now 25. I don't know what to tell you, but that is why she's called the Landmark. Because she ain't going nowhere. Because Rin is not returning to Hanzo. So, needless to say, reality is going to kick that girl so hard in the ass it's not going to be funny. And look at it on the bright side. While this is like one story mission, I am going to make it to where there's a bunch of free missions added on to there. Because this chapter has a bunch of story missions packed in there. So, for the most part, at least the free missions will be completed at the same conjunction as chapter 2, so it won't just be like one chapter you're waiting for a whole bunch of text to scroll by and there's not enough action. And at the rate I'm going, I'll probably complete chapter 2 probably 2 weeks from now. Actually, no. One more week, because afterwards there's a bunch of fighting in chapter 2, but it's not this cutscene stuff. I know chapter 3 is laden with them, and so is chapter 4, because they're like near the end of the game. I'll probably be dealing with Hebijo like maybe at the start of September. That's how long it'll take if I try to go the route I'm going. Or if I could just skip the story, I'll just be already at chapter 5 and go straight to Hebijo from there a little bit earlier. I'm teeter-tottering here. So, in other words, Kiria practically is trying to give tough love to his students because they don't want them to end up like Rin. I'm pretty sure that's how Sarutobi was acting towards, I think, Asuma and also Konohamaru. So that way the two would not end up being like Orochimaru, which was a student he favored so much. So that's basically what, yeah, now stop comparing this game to Naruto. I swear to God, I will. I know y'all sick and tired of me doing that, but y'all gotta say that every time you see something with ninjas, the first thing that comes to mind is Naruto. And I'll probably fuck y'all world up too if I ever play a Naruto game for the RVMan OP exhibition, or even for a Let's Play. Nonetheless, the girls are not as despondent as many people think. These girls are true warriors, and they will do whatever it takes to win. You see that, Boruto? You don't need a cheating device to be stronger. You want to know what you need to do? Train! And not slack off with Shikadai. And also, not try to, what was he doing also? I'm trying to remember, because he kept doing stupid things. And, oh right, almost forgot. He also tried to, learn Sharingan from Sasuke. I mean, he eventually learns it, but it takes him a while. And he only learned it from Sasuke because he thought his move was better than the Rasengan that Naruto had. And that's how much he hates his dad. Because he's a jerk. Fuck Boruto. Anyway. Since the students all ask for more training, they're gonna get more training. And Katsuragi's the first one. Unfortunately, after her training, it doesn't take much to know that she's down in the dumps. Even though she trained really, really hard, the fact that Hikage actually defeated her so badly is what got her down in the dumps. In fact, despite her smiling, and despite the fact her trying to grab Ikaraki's boobs, the fact is Katsuragi is still sore about losing to Hikage. But to be fair, unlike Katsuragi, Hikage doesn't let emotions get to her. I'm still trying to wonder why she's a favorite girl in the West here. I mean, she's pretty cool, but still. Oh yeah, and those words that she said that Katsuragi's not strong at all, yeah, that would pretty much piss off somebody else. Oh boy. You never tell somebody who's trying to push for strength that they're not strong at all, because they'll come back and kick your ass. It's anime logic. So on that note, let's play as Daidoji and start breaking things. And I like Daidoji's theme, by the way. By the way, this is Daidoji. You're wondering, why is her hair blonde when she's black in her picture? Oh, that's because Daidoji normally stays in her shinobi form. All the time. Training. So that whenever she meets Rin, she's on the ready and she's able to beat the hell out of Rin anytime she wants. Oh, by the way, that girl that just screamed, that was where the secret, scroll was hidden. So on that note, time to show off Daidoji's transformation. Ironically, I didn't touch hers because, well, she looks like Jotaro Kujo. I mean, what more do you want? Oh, and here's the funny thing. Mako Mankancho from Kill la Kill actually has her outfit. That is her, I'm trying to remember what the hell those things called. But Mako actually has the same trench coat as Daidoji, and the sandals too. Oh yeah, she's definitely a JoJo character. If that level 3 attack didn't give it away, yeah, she's definitely a JoJo reference. Well, we managed to win, and very quickly, I might add. And this is level 2, by the way. So, yeah, Daidoji's pretty strong. And she's only at level 21. Imagine if she was higher than that, like in the 30s. Dear God. Well, you weren't the one fighting, unfortunately, Katsuragi. And, oh, she's talking about someone's ass being hers. She's not only fired up, but horny too. And that's why Katsuragi's everyone's lovable pervert. Wait, how did I take 25 damage? Oh well, it must have been from the transformation, probably. So, damn, that was soul crushing. I need to be at another level for karma. On that note, I'll be right back, and I'm gonna switch to the next character for the next mission. Alright, we'll try this character out. By the way, in case you're wondering who this is, that's Kaguura, the Slayer of Yoma. I mean, her name's in the fucking game, for God's sakes! She's actually the baddest ninja around. Well, she's not an evil ninja, that's for sure. Her whole goal is to kill Yoma, and she only shows up when Yoma appear. She made her first appearance in S-Level Versus, unfortunately. So that's how come you never heard of her. So what's happening here? Hibari's in a rut because of her loss to Haruka. That's what that is. The fact is, Hibari feels like she's powerless against Haruka. Then again, if Haruka's your opponent, you would definitely be powerless too, because that ass, them titties. Plain and simple. You are powerless to that ass and them titties. But whatever the case, now it's the time for us to beat the high holy hell out of more enemies. Well, because the enemy is coming here for a grunge. The fact that Yagyu went there and went to the trouble of stealing a donut for Hibari. Oh, she bought it. Well, actually, she bought a donut. And The fat one just wants the donut. So now we're gonna have to beat up fat enemies. Oh God, have mercy. No, I'm not fat shaming. These sumo enemies are just that. Sumo enemies. Oh God. Getting flashbacks of the sumo attack from Samurai Warriors 2 Empires. And this is Kaguura. I am not too familiar with Kaguura, so forgive me if I play very, very terribly with her. No, seriously. I mean, she has all-around attacks as she floats. And, oh yeah, by the way, she has not unlocked the part where she could dash and parry. So, I am definitely not doing very well. Oh God, I'm getting stabbed here. Okay, I'm getting in the groove now. Oh crap, fat enemy, no! Health. Okay, that works. I forgot, Kaguura has really terrible health. That's why I went for that, meat bun. Well, actually, rice bun, sorry. Oh, rice ball, not rice bun. What am I thinking? I went for the rice ball because of the fact that Kaguura has the lowest health in the entirety of the game, but she's one of the strongest characters in the game. Like I said, I'm not used to playing as Kaguura, but that's Kaguura as an adult. So, now we're about to spar with Hibari because she's still in a rut. And needless to say, this isn't going to be the first time you're going to fight Hibari, and it ain't going to be the last. Alright. Let's do this. Here we go. Hibari is definitely no one to play with. I mean, aside from her turning into a giant, she has that rabbit and her butt move. Why didn't I transform earlier? Oh right, I didn't have a scroll. Never mind. Oh, and in case you're wondering, that outfit's Naraku, yes. Naraku, who has just so happened to be her servant. And for those of you who don't know who Naraku is, okay, the name Naraku may sound familiar. That's the main villain of Inuyasha. But in this game, Naraku is the servant of Kaguya and the protector too. Well, at least protector of Kaguya's kid body. For you see, Kaguura has a pin chat of saving her strength until a really powerful Yoma appears. And the reason why she does that? Die already! There you go! But as I was saying, the reason why the fact that Kaguura transforms into a young kid to save her energy, so when she comes after a Yoma, she can easily destroy it, no problem. And Naraku is basically there to protect her while she's in her kid state. And that's Naraku's outfit, basically. I don't know, it looked good on Kaguura. I mean, it's all cool. But I'm gonna try to tear Hibari apart. I mean, she's kicked my ass to the point where I'm down to like 25% of my health. So I'm gonna make her sorry she ever crossed me. Oh no! Ow! Yeah, I ran into that. Okay, now you're gonna run into my level 3. And die for it. Wow! That's fantastic! And that actually stripped her clothes off. Ouch! Alright, that was a true ninja form. That's what that was. So, oh wait, that was a secret ninja art for Kaguura. That's what that was. Why did I say true ninja form? I'm an idiot. So, yeah. Hibari's in her underwear. Okay. But let's be honest, folks. Every time I fight Hibari, she can be tough. Alright. At least it's over with. Well, and she's talking about getting her butt in gear. Her butt was in gear. It almost killed me, goddammit. Yes, that ass is dangerous. Anyway, Yagyu spoils her with treats, and everything's back to normal. Yep. So, that's basically the gist of Yagyu and Hibari's relationship. Hibari is treated like a little sister by Yagyu, and Yagyu spoils her with treats. And Hibari actually is pushed to train harder, despite the fact that she ends up being one of the most powerful ninjas in the entirety of the series. I don't know how it happens, but it does. I forgot, actually. It's been a while since I've seen the anime. Oh wait, now I remember. She ends up learning telekinesis. That's what it is. And that's the thing. She ends up learning it unknowingly. But yeah, I took too much damage. That's why I got a B. And primarily the damage was Hibari. And being stabbed a couple of times. And, oh, that is soul crushing. I could have got a level 3. Alright, time for a free mode. And now, we're gonna change things up a little bit and do some free missions. So that way I won't have to worry about coming to them. So if the story is too long, I'm going to end up adding some free missions in there, because you don't have to worry about the story with those. I could do like 4 or 5 of those. Oh, excuse me, indigestion. I could do 4 or 5 of those, get them over with, and I'll just worry about the story eventually. So, next shinobi to show off is Ryona, who, by the way, is in the ire of North America. Okay, I think I know why America is freaked out about her, but Japan tends to like her too. Well, see, here's the thing. She's actually a masochist. And the reason she's a masochist because it's to hide her loneliness. And I think I mentioned that before. But the reason she has a lonely issue is because of the fact that, okay, she just, flew right like, Superman there for a second. But the reason she's a masochist is because of the fact that she's trying to hide the loneliness of the fact that her sister is dead. That's the only reason why Ryona and Ryobi ended up joining Hebijo, because Miyabi was the person who did it. But it was kind of a no-choice thing. Oh, and in case you're wondering about Ryona's fighting style, Ryona's fighting style is either ballet, but more importantly, it's where she's constantly sticking her behind to the opponent, especially into her like aerial raves and stuff like that. And the thing is, she wears less clothes in her shinobi form. Well, this is actually Haruka's outfit, but she wore an angel dress that where she purposely is lifting up her skirt and showing her backside. And sometimes she purposely strips naked because of the fact that she's a masochist. And that proceeds to her sister constantly smacking her behind. You'll never see that here because there's no story based... Well, actually they are in the Gessen story, but still. You won't be smacking her behind here, only in the PC version of the game, because in this game, it's censored for Sony. And yet, Neil Druckmann had a field day with Abby and Owen. Yeah, you guys are hypocrites, Sony. Anyway, now it's time for one last free mission, and we'll be done with this episode. So we'll just do keep the peace. All we're practically doing here is beating up enemies. That's all we're doing. The first one's easy and possibly where you're gonna get all of your experience from because of the fact that you're just beating up dummies. That's it. And the higher the level, the tougher the dummies are. So, this is Ryobi. And Ryobi is still sad about her sister, but she also reprimands her older sister Ryona every time she does something, well, perverted. And by reprimand, her foot is normally in her behind. In case you're wondering. Oh, and it probably wouldn't be a shock to you to wonder that they're sisters because Ryobi, Ryona, and Ryoki all fight with guns. Ryobi fights with a musket. Ryona fights with a musket and Ryoki fights with a musket and shield, and Ryona fights with 2 pistols fused together. You probably didn't notice that in the last part, but no, in the last fight, but she does. And here's the thing about Ryobi, sorry. I'm kind of getting them confused because they all start with Ryo. Anyway, whenever Ryobi transforms, she's naturally... Oh wait, Ryobi's naturally flat-chested before she transforms. When she transforms, her breast gets bigger. That's because she stuffs her breast with bullets, so that she can reload her gun on the fly. And, oh, right, there's nothing here. We're gonna have to go back. Oh. Health? Health? Oh, scroll, that's even better. In fact, scrolls is so much... Oh god, there's a fat enemy! No! Die! Goodness, there's 2 sumos here. One's down, and I think I got them both. There's nothing here? No? Good. I should break that box open so I can... Oh, no. Oh, God. Fat enemies in parade! No! Sumo attack! Oh, God! This is giving me nightmares of Samurai Warriors 2 Empires! No! Leave me alone! Ah! Good Lord have mercy! I need to use her agility to get out of the way. But the camera keeps obscuring me! Oh man, wait, I have a ninja art. Never mind, I thought I didn't. Oh wait, I only got one of them. Damn it! And it wasn't even killed! Okay, that one is. That one is. That one is. Hopefully, I can finish this. Okay. This should take care of the last one. Come on! And that's the end of her. Good. Good lord. Ah, fat enemies are annoying! Well, we don't have to worry about that for right now. And that's the end of this episode. I think I'm done here. So on that note, we'll continue Chapter 2 in Episode 246. And probably show off some more Shinobi. Ooh, I actually got a level for her. Fantastic. So with that said, this is RVMan 985. See you guys next week.